up? I am Kat, and this is Point Boutique's YouTube channel on which we talk about buying and selling fashion. If that sounds of interest to you, then please hit that subscribe button and also that bell icon so that YouTube tells you when we upload our next video. Now let's get started. So today, as promised, I am going to talk about Rent the Runway's new feature where you can pause your membership. So the way that it works is if you reach out to them and let them know that you want to pause your membership, they will do so. And by default, it pauses for 3 months. So then at the end of that 3-month period, it will automatically renew. What I want to share with you are my personal opinions about what the pros and cons are with pausing your membership. And so hopefully if you are currently a member or you're thinking about signing up for the first time, you can go into it knowing that this is an option and when this option might work best for you. My first pro is why keep paying for something if you're not using it? You may find that there are periods of time in which you've kind of tried everything that you're currently really excited about on the platform. For me, that was the main reason that I canceled the first time. Had there been an ability to pause my membership, that might have made more sense because right after I canceled, I just kept hearting things into my different short lists that I knew I wanted to try. Then you can always reactivate your membership when there are enough items that you are super excited to try again. My next pro is sort of an extension of what I was just saying, that for me, this time I decided to freeze rather than cancel because I knew I was going to come back to the service. If you do not fall into that category, if you're very much on the fence about whether you want to come back or not, freezing may not make as much sense. For me, it made a ton of sense because it's a lot easier for my membership to just reactivate than for me to sign up again. And when you sign up again, you do get a lot of additional paperwork, emails, surveys, all of this stuff that you may not want twice. It is somewhat wasteful and it could take up time sorting through these emails and all of this stuff. It's not overwhelming or anything, but it might be something that you might want to circumvent. And for me, that was definitely a selling point on pausing because I knew that, oh, when I just reactivate it, it's just back to business as usual rather than all of the stuff that goes along with starting up a new subscription. So my next pro is that pausing is a wonderful option if you have different wardrobe needs throughout the year. If you find that the reason that you love Rent the Runway Unlimited is because you go to lots of parties, weddings, baby showers, etc. throughout spring and summer, then it might make sense for you to rent the Runway Unlimited during spring and summer. But perhaps your lifestyle changes, you don't have those things anymore, so you don't want them anymore in the winter. So pausing could be a good option because you know that it's when spring rolls around again, you're going to have all that stuff again. So you'll probably want your membership. Additionally, if your work requires a lot of travel or if you have a lot of different kinds of dress codes in your life and those are segmented into different parts of the year, then starting and pausing your membership might make more sense because you're going to get a ton of use out of your membership when you have it. But instead of just keeping it going during a time that you don't have as much use for it, you can pause it. So the first con that came to mind is that you can't get another sign-up bonus this way. So at this point in time, at least, Rent the Runway isn't particularly stingy with their sign-up bonuses. If they are offering some sort of promotional pricing on your first month, if you're not a current customer, you can often get the promotional pricing multiple times. I say this because I've done this. The first time that I canceled, I then reactivated my membership about 3 months later, and I got promotional pricing on my first month again. The downside to that, though, is that you don't choose when they're offering promotional pricing. So, it's totally up to them. And if you're willing to wait for that to sign up again, then it might be worth it to cancel rather than pause. If you know that you're going to need the service for a very specific date, and there are a couple months that you need it, that may not coincide with the promotional pricing anyway. So it might be the same either way for you in this case. Another potential con is that you could end up paying more money in the long run if you end up being somewhat indecisive about it. If you're able to cancel your membership, there are no surprise costs later on in case you forget which month it's going to renew. And you're very clear if you've canceled it about the fact that you aren't paying for it anymore. And if you sign up for it again, then you'll have to reconsider that expense. However, on the other side of that coin, if being indecisive means that you are very hesitant to cancel, then you might actually end up paying more money that way. So if you feel like you keep kind of letting the service string you along and you keep thinking, oh, I'll just keep it for one more month, having the pause option might be a great way for you to test out not having the service without outright canceling it. So you know yourself best on this one, but just know that pausing, canceling, restarting, it's definitely a way that there could be a charge on your credit card that you weren't totally expecting. So as I said, you know you best. So just consider how you handle recurring charges and then tailor that to best fit your own life and your own preferences. But I could see this one going either way. My next pro is if you use the service like I do, where I use it to try things before I buy them, which I bought this bracelet on there, I bought this dress on there, I did not even plan to make this video today, so I just love them so much. I wear them all the time. But I know I love them, and I knew I loved it before I bought it because I'd already worn it in my life. If that is a way that you also use Rent the Runway Unlimited, then the pause option is probably a great option. I'm a huge fan of it because I can reactivate at any time without having to put in my credit card information again. And so if something pops up that I really want to try, it's really easy for me to just reactivate my membership and try it. My next pro is that as a Rent the Runway Unlimited member, you get discounts off of traditional rentals as well. So single one-time rentals that you would get for like 4 or 8 days, you get a discount off of what they usually rent for. So if you keep your membership open, then you get to keep your discount off of those individual rentals. So if your reasoning is that sometimes you need a lot of rentals and sometimes you need a few rentals, this is a definite pro for you because you can get rid of that monthly membership payment, but you're technically still a member, so you still get that discount. And if you are going to rent individual things anyway, you might as well keep your membership in order to get that discount. So my next one isn't necessarily a pro or a con. I feel somewhat neutral about it, but I feel like it should be mentioned that if you cancel your membership, you still get to keep all of your short lists. So everything that you've hearted in the app or on the website, if you've put it into a list for like Casual Friday and you put all your Casual Friday items there, they do not disappear when you cancel your membership. I did test that when I canceled my membership. I have still been able to look at all of my lists. I can still add to them, move things around. I can look at all the new arrivals and add them to things that I want to rent in the future. All of that remains there. So it's not necessary to remain a member to keep those lists. If you think that you want to cancel and maybe come back at a later date, all of that stuff will still be there saved for you. So those are my thoughts after reflecting upon the new ability to pause your Rent the Runway Unlimited membership. I have a bunch of other videos about Rent the Runway Unlimited. I also have tried out some other clothing rental services as well. So if you want to hear more about those, and I will compare and contrast those also, please do subscribe, check out my other videos about it, and I will see you next time. Bye. And if you're interested in some cute, affordable shoes to go with your rentals, come check out my boutique at www.shoppointboutique.com. I'm also on Poshmark, Instagram. I have a personal Instagram where you can see all of my clothing rentals, and we're also on Facebook.